Hey everyone, it's Q&A Wednesday with Joe, number 14. I obviously do this once a week, but I really like this question and I didn't want to wait any longer and I wanted to answer it right away just because I think it's a pretty important question. And the question is actually coming from Preston. It's regarding VERO products. So what a VERO product is, they're products that they're only being sold by representative resellers. So for example, DeWalt, if you were a dropshipper and you listed that in your eBay store, your product will be obviously requested by eBay to be removed. You'll receive an email from eBay indicating you have about 48 hours to remove the product. So the question comes from Preston, and I'd like to ask it before I go any further into this. He asked, "Hey Joanne, I got a VERO email notification today for a couple of listings that were auto-removed. Do you have a process that you teach your VAs to follow for avoiding VERO products? So I know of eBay's list of brands, but I hear that not all of the VERO's brands are listed there. Looking for any tips here to avoid future issues. Thanks." Yeah, Preston, you're right. So these VERO products, they're pretty specific, and you can find out more information on the website is VERO, VERO.ebay.com. So there you'll find out information about what these VERO products are, and a number of companies that they will be contacting you in case you're listing their products by mistake. But like Preston indicated, that's not a complete list. So those are the main companies. But I have actually a notepad document that has over 300 and probably more. I've never counted, but I stopped at 300 of brands that they will basically reach out to you through eBay or directly and request you to remove their listing products within 48 hours. So if anybody's interested in this list, please message me in private and I'll send you the list. I can't copy it here because, well, it's over 300 words, so I can't really do that in YouTube. But let me know if you need it. So what is the process? It's not an actual process other than you making sure you delete the items. So eBay gives you one strike. So if they email you about, let's say, DeWalt, and you remove the items, but you continue to list DeWalt products, or you don't remove some of the DeWalt products. And I say or because I have found that, for example, a company will reach out to me to delete a specific item, and I forgot that I had other ones. They came back to me and they notified me without any penalties. However, I'm not sure if this is a one-case basis. Let's just be safe. So if a company comes to you and asks you to remove that item, just make sure you remove all from that specific company. You don't want to risk being suspended. So you'll get an email from eBay indicating you have 48 hours. What you can do is you can either end the listing, or if the listing has great views and watches, you can just replace it with a new listing altogether. So why do I do that? I found that if I have great watches on this listing, instead of ending it and lose all these views and watches, I would just put a new product there. And sure enough, I get it sold. But I guess that's another discussion in itself. These are just the options that you can do with the VERO product. You can end that listing, or you can replace it with a new item, just revise the listing altogether. And that this is for ones with the views, the great views and watches, right? So you do that, and you do that within 48 hours. And my VAs do pretty much the same thing. They know they have to replace it. So once they get the email, they know that's priority, they just replace it. In order to avoid it, you can't. Let's say you forget that you have other items listed from that company, or maybe that company, the main brand name is different, but the product name is not the company name. So you wouldn't necessarily know for sure which items you have to remove. But if you get a strike, like if you get notified by eBay, just make sure you move it. Just do your due diligence. So don't ignore their emails. If you don't replace it, you're going to risk being suspended. So you don't want to do that. So that's really the process. Just wait for email. Obviously, check the VERO. Those are the very important ones. So check the VERO website. And also, if you're interested, I'll send you the document. You can check it. You can just do a find and see if those products. But that takes a long time. This is just for your own knowledge. Just browse through and see which ones are more important. And that's it. If you get notified, just replace and end it. There's no other specific, I guess, process that I include for my VAs. I just listen to eBay. If they notify me, I just address the situation accordingly. Okay? What I also wanted to mention is this Friday, I want to test out YouTube Live. I want to do a live Q&A with questions about dropshipping, of course. So I'm going to put some details below about it, what time it is and whatnot. And it will be YouTube Live, so I really want to test it. Worst case scenario, I don't have it figured out, then we can do Zoom, and I'll definitely post the address in this particular video if there is any changes. But I really want to learn YouTube Live, so I'm aiming for YouTube Live. Okay? It's on Friday at 4 p.m. EST and 1 p.m. PST. Okay? So if you have any questions, just comment below. And if you need the file for your own curiosity, also comment below. Give me your email address if you like, or you can just subscribe to my website. It's up to you, and I could just give you the file. Okay? Take care, and as always, happy selling.